101.1 The Spirit of Indonesia. So, welcome back, smart listener. And tonight is a beautiful night, I guess, because outside the stars are shining and etc. So, how about your feeling? Are they shining? Are your feeling is good or what? Like us. That I mention us means that I'm not alone. And here we are going to discuss an interesting topic in Smart Up Your Life program with BPEC. Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay. So you hear that the voices. Okay, and before we start our discussion, better if we introduce ourselves and start from me. My name is Putri. You may call me Putri, just Putri. And next.
My name is Samsah Rildis. You can call me Dias.
Okay, hello, Mr. Dias.
Hi, Mr. Dias.
How
Hi.
are you? How are you, Mr. Dias?
I'm great.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Next.
You're welcome.
And I'm Haidul. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too. How's your day?
Very bright
Oh, bright and busy.
and breezy.
Tagline.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Hairul. Next,
I'm Said.
Said.
Yeah.
And
Said.
how's your life, Said?
Yeah, very well.
Very well. Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Said, and thank you, everyone. So, before we discuss, I'd like to tell you about the topic of today. And our topic is the existence of culture among youth. And if you guys want to join in our discussion tonight, you may send us a message via WhatsApp di 0811 4610 11. Okay, that we know that culture among youth. So, youth culture is the way children, adolescents, and young adults live and the norms, values, and practices they share. And culture is the shared symbolic systems and processes of maintaining and transforming those systems. And youth culture differs from the culture of older generations. So, it means that the culture among youths is nowadays we can see is very famous. We combine between the teenager and culture is very common now. And in your point of view, Mr. Diaz, what do you think about the teenager right now and our culture right now? Are they really good together or what?
I think about cultures now in
Okay.
now era is I think we face a new era of cultures because today is globalization era and digital
Okay.
era.
Yeah.
So our culture is mixed with modern, everything about modernization, like technology, acculturation, West and East cultures. For example, I can say that especially in music,
Okay.
in Indonesia and even in worldwide in the world, music genre cannot exist in one, but they complementary each other. For example, Weird Genius. If you know Weird Genius,
Yeah, we exactly.
yeah,
No.
Weird Genius now is very famous around the world. Originally from Indonesia because they mix between traditional things. Java, like Java, Java music and modern music, and the result is they are very famous now in the world.
Oh, I don't know.
You can searching,
Lati.
Google, Lati.
Oh,
Lati.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
I know
goodness.
Lati, but
Yeah,
who?
weird genius.
Oh,
Genius.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very amazing and fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I just
They bring the culture in Indonesia go to abroad. Something like that.
I just recognize that Red Genius is the singer of
Originally, originally from
Originally from Indonesia.
okay.
Culture in Indonesia.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, thank you, Mr. Diaz. And
You're welcome.
how about Mr. Hairul?
Yeah, just stating Mr. Diaz's statement that music can also brings into the world to make our culture being known from the other nation.
Okay.
Not only we're genius, we also have Rich Brian, Nikki, and Stephanie Putri,
Yep.
Agnes, Monica. We have a lot of people who actually go abroad and they introduce Indonesia to the world by music.
And they come from young generation.
Yeah.
Young generation.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Said.
Okay.
Mr. Diaz and Mr. Hairul already mentioned about music.
Yeah.
That's one of the culture. But what others besides music?
Yeah. For me, talking about the culture, and as we know, when in Indonesia, so many culture, from the Sabang until Merauke, and then we can see so many our student from all of the university using by kuliah online. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's make our culture is disappear, or we can in his era when the teenagers or young generation should be make to another way to keep our culture. I think like that.
Oh, so the teenagers should do another way to keep our culture.
Because now we can see made like this, but now we should, for example, we can meet with our friend in our campus, and now we can't to meet to our friend, something like that. So that's maybe with that we can it can be make our gotong royong or something like that, kerjasama. And I think this era to the teenager to be actor to keep our culture.
Okay.
Are you got it?
Okay, yeah. Oh, during the pandemic, the teenager should look for another way how to keep our culture. So like when we do something together and etc. Okay, nice opinion. But how if for example the teenager really like the other culture outside of the Indonesia?
Excuse
for
me,
example.
can you repeat?
How about example? You.
Maybe.
Education.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, example, a teenager didn't like the culture of Indonesia, but they always show, for example, they show their TikTok videos, but using others' country culture. What do you think, Mr. Diaz?
Is there first me?
Yes.
Okay, back to me. I think because we are Indonesia in the richest cultures in the world, and we are very diversity.
Yeah.
So we talk about some people or some teenagers like modern, some teenagers like traditional, and some and the others like semi or mix. So I think that's why in government we have a muatan lokal. in elementary school, senior, junior high school, and until senior high school. But some people very very like traditional, even though they are using TikTok, but we can still using something like we can insert like traditional thing in TikTok. For example, one concrete thing. There is some community to using TikTok to make a competition, traditional competition, or something like everything about Indonesia, like 17 Agustus, TikTok video, independence, something like that, or photography, a theme, independence of Indonesian Day, something like that. And a lot of sanggar. A lot of sanggar from Sabang until Merauke. So don't worry about existence, about our cultures, because our government has put decision to how can we save our cultures, because our cultures is our identity, and we cannot give. We cannot count. We cannot give value by a number. We cannot, because our cultures is very rich, and we are the richest cultures in the world. And I think, I believe that our government concerned and serious to save our cultures.
Okay. If I say, can I say it back to the several days ago about independence that you mentioned, about the competition in independence that always exists in 7th August. Is that one of the Indonesian culture? Like held the competition?
Of course, it's a tradition, I guess. Not a culture.
Yeah, tradition is part of cultures.
Part of culture.
Yeah, because is when we talk about tradition is habit.
Yeah,
habit. A habit of our society. But I think even we can categorize the tradition into old, semi, and new. But I think we believe that our cultures are always filter and make a good assimilation or positive cultures to be new cultures of Indonesian, something like that.
Okay, nice. Okay, what a nice opinion. But two of you still wait, because we have to break for a moment and your live program. Okay.
Break to breezy.
Break and breezy.
Break and breezy.
And we back again about culture among youth, and I have to connect the culture between the subject right now, like the students dealing right now with in their school. So there are several subjects in their school, and one of them we cannot deny that it must be culture, but culture. And also but some of students still didn't know didn't know about the culture in their own region. For example, I live in Makassar, but I don't know about Makassar well, about the culture, about anything. It's about Makassar, especially about the culture. But I mean, what do you think, guys, about the youth right now? They didn't really don't know about the cultures, their own cultures in their own region now. What do you think about that, Mr. Said?
Okay, for me, because we know for now we just learn from home, So that's why I think the government should be changed to our what you said before subject. Yeah. So maybe, and then we know all of the young generation using by seems like Facebook, Instagram, and think maybe our government should be much to make to seems like to up in our Instagram to Facebook, and then seems like to about the culture in Indonesia, thing like that.
Like the government should should upgrade the
No.
subject.
Just how to say, promosikan something like that.
Promote the
Yeah.
culture in
the culture
in subject.
by
I mean,
in subject and then in social media.
maybe you need to put term
Yeah.
is concern.
Yeah, concern.
Concern.
Okay, okay, okay. So only like a special subject
Yeah.
that the government
Because
should.
I think because for example us, we maybe 24 hours we always open our gadget,
Yeah.
so that's why maybe our government should be make so many about culture in our in the internet, something like that, in social media, because as we know, so many students, so many young generation using by social media, because this is social media very interesting things to learn about that.
Yeah, sure, agree. Okay, thank you, and Mr. Hairul, about I will explain a little bit again, but now we can see the youth always use their gadget like Mr. Said mentioned, and also their culture, their how to say, their knowledge about culture is very very less.
Yeah.
For example, when you test, when you test Mr. Said,
Because all of the things we can search in Google, something like that.
yeah. For example, you test Mr. Said about where is the location of, for example,
Papua.
What?
where is the location of Maluku, for example, and then Mr. Said doesn't know where is the location exactly. And what do you think about that? Is that underestimating culture or what?
I think it's a matter of the curriculum of our education system, because the students didn't get the history and also the culture things in their educational learning system, and that's the government task to put a term and also to put culture in their learning system. And mentioning Mr. Said's statement that we can learn by gadgets, we can learn from social media, but now we can see, it's just a narrative, I guess, because we cannot see one of our own social media from Indonesia. We don't know what is that. The apps from Indonesia, we just use the Western social medias like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp.
Yeah, sure.
Even our streaming videos service like YouTube, we don't use our own app. You don't even know your.
You know?
Everything is come from
Everything
West.
So
Almost.
undeniable that the youth only know about the Western culture.
Yeah. The famous one will be known by everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you. And Mr. Diaz,
Yep.
still about culture, do you think that when the youth I don't know, even forget or don't know about the culture, for example, that I mentioned, where is the location of Maluku, for example, where's the location of Jakarta? What? I mean, or where's the location
In
of
Indonesia.
Kalimantan Utara, etc.
Okay.
Do you think that is that underestimating or what?
I think if we talk about that, that is fact actually, because almost of us,
Ah,
not only old and young generation don't know about it, but we cannot deny it. But that almost of us cannot explain and describe the location about that. But I think this is not late.
Yeah.
This is not late. The government not only concerned also with that, but also this is concern all of us need to concern about the little things, something like that. This has come from actually also from a family, how the parents educate the children before they are grown up. And also because we have geography, we call it geography. So this is awareness of every individual to concern, to focus, study about geography. If they will know or they want to know about the exact location of each regency, province of Indonesia. I think not only about a geography problem, but the problem also is local wisdom. Do you know what I mean? Local wisdom, something like in Makassar, like tabe, sipakatao, sipakainga, sipakalebe. In fact, in reality, special for in the city, I'm not see something like that. I'm not seeing. So the problem is also there is a relation about location where we live. For example, if we live in city, so the influence, most of the influence are come from modernization. So if you live in village, absolutely in tendency, you can save. You always make a habit to make a tabi, sipakatao, sipakainga, and sipakalakbi or sipakalakbiri, something like that.
Okay.
So that's why in this thing, the people who live in city need to study tour. Or maybe live 3 months, 1 month. Social experiment. Make a social experiment and live in village 1 month, 2 months,
will
1.5
struggle.
months. Yeah, to study about local wisdom.
You give me some.
And you help government to save the cultures, because you can study directly from society to save our cultures. Something, for example, again, when we how to say eat.
Okay.
We eat in the bottom. I mean, like in the floor, and we're using our hand, not how to say, not spoon. Yeah, and we were how to say, we use the leaf, not plate. So you know, we if we I did it. If we do that, oh my God, we cannot explain by words. Only feel like, oh my God, wherever I am, and this is a very interesting. This is a unique. This is oh my God, I'm very proud with our cultures, with my cultures. Yeah, you need to do that.
I mean, the famous and also the rich hotel also did the culture that you mentioned. We eat in a leaf, and we also sit in the bottom. So I mean, people pay a lot of money to the hotel. But
That is only ceremonial, not real life. So not all people can reach. Because most of us are come from middle class, so they cannot reach to come to eat in hotel and do that. Something like that. So, but the most important is how make it grow, how make it young generation is to be politely, like our ancestor. They are very polite than right now. That is local white, one of local wisdom.
Okay. Yeah, we already discussed about culture and youth and about anything especially about culture. And now I want to ask you, based on your opinion, based on your experience, maybe. Yeah. So like this, what is your effort
Mm-hmm.
to maintain our own culture? Like, for example, in your region, in Kalimantan, for example,
Mm-hmm.
what have you done
Okay.
to maintain the existence of the culture itself?
Okay. Me first? Always first. To maintain, but I want to put other words, maybe like something like concrete way. For example, I did concrete way to save our cultures in my life, in my daily. I always using local language as much possible I can in 24 hours. Yeah,
Where is
absolutely.
your region?
Goa. Yeah, so I always make it balance actually wherever I am. Between English, Indonesia, and local. So three of them are balanced.
Yeah.
Of course, absolutely. I can speak Makassar very well because I always try. Yeah, because I always try to looking for new words in Makassar, new word, like English. Yeah, and the second is I apply local wisdom like atabe. Yeah, I'm still apply in my life, 24 hours. Atabe sipakata sipakala berisipakainga. Something like that, and I apply special for when we pass in people who older than us, and that is very important as a young generation, as a new generation, and we need to how to say keep it and how to say regeneration. I mean to teach our new generation also to be like that also.
Yeah.
So my cousin, my little brother, in my family we always apply two languages by balance. And they are very effort to make it balanced because between local and national. But for me, three, of course.
English.
Balance.
English, national, and local. Yeah,
So
that is concrete.
you make it balanced.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Not of course, but absolutely.
because sometimes when we like to use our local
Uh-huh.
language,
Mhm.
and then it's hard to go away for it.
It's hard because you live in Makassar. I live in Goa. That's a fact, right?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Diaz.
Okay, you're welcome.
And Mr. Herol.
Yeah.
And what is your effort to maintain it? Where do you live? Makassar.
Makassar, yeah.
All of us in Makassar.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Makassar.
No.
Where?
Southeast Tenggara.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Mr. Herol first. What is your effort to maintain?
It's down to music, I guess. Yeah,
music?
because I really love music.
Makassar song?
Yeah, Makassar
Oh,
song. I really
we
love
need to taste.
Makassar song.
Yeah.
We constantly listen to Makassar song and also
And singing.
not singing because I'm not good at singing. Makassar and dangdut. Yeah, but some people will see you like a weird. I mean, they feel like you are outdated. You are villagers.
Dangdut is the music of my country.
Yeah,
Our
we should
country.
proud of that. But yeah, some people don't know the history of that because yeah, we know the famous right now is K-pop and also the Western song. So the dangdut and also Makassar song is finally disappear from our culture and also from our from the store, from music store. You cannot access cassette or any video, but you can still see the video and also the music from the streaming
Like YouTube.
streaming service, yeah, YouTube and Spotify.
Okay, I want to test you.
Yeah, should be.
You mentioned about Makassar music.
Uh-huh.
What is your favorite?
Favorite
Makassar-
what?
The title of Makassar.
I don't know, but
Ridwan
the singer,
Sao,
yeah,
Ancila
Ridwan Sao.
Ricci.
Yeah.
What the title?
I don't know
Iwan
the
Tompo.
title. I
Ria
just listen
Safar.
to it.
Oh gosh, how about dangdut?
Oh, dangdut. I listen to
Haji
lot
Ramai
of
Rama.
dangdut
Like what?
from the old song from like Meggy Z, Ramai Rama.
Oh.
Next, we need to talk about dangdut is the music of our country.
Yeah.
That is interest.
Yeah.
I think.
Next week, yeah. Okay, Mr. Said,
Okay.
you Kendari ya, Kendari.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Kendari. How
No.
about in Kendari? The
no,
culture.
Kendari actually.
Where?
Because so far from Kendari.
Oh, where is that?
In Konawe.
Konawe.
Yeah. But from the city Konawe, it near from Sorako.
Sorako.
You know Sorako?
Don't know.
Vale. Yeah. So yeah, for me, I think for culture to keep to our culture in our young generation, I think from the language. Yeah, I think because my mother quarter from Toraja or Luwu, and then my father from Enrekang. So that's why I can be speak in Enrekang, Toraja, and Bugis.
Oh.
Wow.
In English also.
Oh, nice. A lot languages.
And little because I stay in Makassar for 6
Years.
years.
Oh, 6
So,
years?
Yeah, from senior high school.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I get so many friends from Makassar, something like that. So that's why I think using learn by language, it can be keep our culture, and then we can know any culture. For example, in English, we can know the culture of around the world. Things I think like that.
Okay.
And then if we like our friends, our brothers say like that before when we go to out from our city, and we can go to like Fort Rotterdam, and then there is so many culture of Makassar, so that's
Yeah.
why we can know the culture of Makassar. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, you mentioned, where's that your region exactly in
Konawe.
Kendar?
Konawe.
Konawe.
Yeah.
Is there any language in Konawe?
No, but in my village,
Uh,
so many people. There's no people Tolaki.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I know. I know
But
that.
in my village there is no.
You are different
Yeah.
tribe.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
how about the language there? Same with Makassar language or what?
Just mix.
Mix.
You know how to speak? Yeah, you know.
No. But
You don't know?
yeah, because my mother and my father speak in Toraja, and then Bugis, and then Enrekang.
And Rekang.
Yeah.
How about Bugis language?
Yeah, I know.
How about
Toraja.
no Bugis? For example, sudah makan?
Have you eat?
In Bugis? In Bugis?
Kurang mandre.
Oh,
That is very easy. If you say very much, give the other word.
In Toraja. No.
yeah, in Toraja.
Puramo ko kumande.
Oh.
It's similar.
And Rekang and Toraja similar, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Similar like Japanese, yeah.
Oh, okay. What a nice languages. So,
Yeah, it's really. I think our teenagers needs that language to
yeah,
keep our
yeah.
culture.
Yeah, agree. The teenager right now also should maintain the languages
Yeah.
where they live, like Makassar,
Yep.
even though English also is
Yeah.
important, why don't you how to say, mix them?
How to mix it?
Like gado-gado, right?
How to say mix in another word? Balance? No.
What is the
Combine,
context?
combine.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
How to, I mean, like we combine English and our Makassarness or etc. And also, don't you think that when for example, when the people live in for example Makassar, and they use Makassar a lot, and then they can't speak Bahasa Indonesia properly. And what do you think? Are they like really Indonesian lover 100%?
This is a very, very personal question, because you asked about point of view that each person who did like that. I think all of us are 100 Indonesian lover, but some people cannot express because they are not communicative to speak. They just do it. They just take it action, and some of us very talkative, very talkative. Yeah, and some of us are not talkative. So a lot of aspect we can how to say as an indicator that they are Indonesian lover. They are they have a nationalism and everything about it. And for me, for example, some people like Indonesian music traditional, some people like traditional costume, Indonesian food traditional, local wisdom, local language, and etc. Something like this. So at least you wearing, you using, you concern, you focus, you know, you put to yourself that you are Indonesian.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay, nice. sorry. And we already talked not too much, a lot. I mean, we already talked a lot about culture among the youth and how about the existence of our culture in each region and etc. So now it's time for us to share some vocabularies to the smart listener, especially about culture that related to culture itself. So who wants to be the first?
Me?
Yeah. Please.
Assimilation.
Always first.
Assimilation.
Assimilation, it means that mixed cultures, pencampuran budaya.
Oh, how to spell?
Assimilation.
Oh,
Assimilation.
assimilation.
Yeah. And
What is again assimilation?
pencampuran budaya.
Pencampuran budaya. Okay.
Yeah. And the second is cross-cultural.
Oh, cross-culture.
Cross-cultural silang budaya.
Silang budaya.
Iya. Silang budaya, it means that pemahaman kita terhadap budaya lain satu sama lain. Jadi kita memahami budaya orang lain juga memahami budaya kita.
Okay.
In bahasa,
Cross culture.
cross cultures.
Cross-culture.
Yeah. The third is what is that? Local wisdom. Local wisdom. Sorry. No wisdom. Local wisdom means that kearifan lokal in bahasa. Everything about local identity of each region in Indonesia we call local wisdom.
Local wisdom.
Yep.
Okay, we got local wisdom, we got cross culture and
Assimilation.
Okay, sorry, I forgot. Okay, Mr. Hairul.
The word that related to our topic today,
Yeah.
it's just a simple word like tradition, languages, and the third,
Yeah, whatsoever.
culture,
Yeah, culture. What is culture again?
budaya.
Oh, budaya. Okay. In case maybe our smart listener forgot about culture, in Bahasa. Okay, next from me, we have socialization. Means that the adoption of the behavior of the surrounding culture. That's we call socialization. And I have acculturation. Acculturation means that the adoption of the behavior patterns of one's surroundings. Another? Okay, so there is no more vocabularies. And thank you so much for you guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For the fun discussion tonight, and I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. We enjoyed it together, and also a bit information about BPEC. So BPEC is English club that still exists until right now. Still exists, and we still conduct meeting, but virtual meeting means online meeting. And if you are curious about our meeting, you may follow our Instagram in BPEC Makassar, and also don't forget follow Smartfm _ Makassar. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Said, Mr. Harold, and
Thank
Mr.
you.
Diaz.
Long time no
You're
see.
welcome.
Yeah,
Long time no
it's
see you.
It's been a decade. Okay, thank you so much, smart listener, and see you next week. Bye.